Hi everybody, my name's Alice and welcome to my channel, Ancient Oak Psychic Arts. Today I'm going to do a general reading for the sign of Aquarius. I'm going to go ahead and pull your overall energy, look at any guidance and advice from Spirit, and also look at any opportunities or challenges that you have coming in and how you can use that to your advantage. So this is good for all placements of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. And just a quick reminder, I do have a special on my site. You save 15% off until October 14th for all the 1-hour services. So if you want to book a personal reading with me or messages from your loved ones where I use my mediumship, it's a great opportunity for you to go ahead and take advantage of that. You can just go to my website, ancientoakpsychicarts.com. Link is in the description below. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and get into it. So I have cleansed, shuffled, and meditated, and I've asked for the strongest energy to come through in the cards for Aquarius. And I always ask for your best and highest good. So what does the universe want to tell Aquarius today? We've got the Five of Pentacles. We've got the Four of Swords. We've got the Seven of Swords. For your, interesting, for the guidance and advice from Spirit, we have the Fool. We have the Page of Swords. We've got the Seven of Cups. For your opportunity, the Queen of Wands. For your challenge, the Judgment card. Wow. Okay, so let's take a look around the room. We have two major arcanas. Major arcana is going to be that big sweeping energy that takes place over months and years. And we have in your challenge position, the Judgment card. Guidance and advice from Spirit, we have the Fool. That is the first card in the major arcana. And the Judgment card is almost the last card. It's the Judgment card and then the World. So it's almost like we're looking at a big chapter here. So let's take a look around the room. For the minor arcana, which are going to be your day-to-day activities and routines, we have Wands, Pentacles, Swords, and Cups. So everybody's here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start with your overall energy. We have the Five of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. So when we're looking at this Five of Pentacles, this is you in the recent past feeling like you're in survival mode. This is you where it's like almost based on fear. It's the card of lack. So you're focusing on what you don't have. So that's going to be you going food, shelter, water. And it's a closing of that aperture, because when you're in fear mode or in that survival mode, you're not expansive like in a loving energy. Think about it. When you're in love, the whole world's in love, right? Everything is wonderful. The birds are singing. The bunnies are dancing. Like everything happens. This is you being in that moment of lack, recent past. And we'll get clarifiers in a minute to get more information. And then we have the Four of Swords. This is you taking that time to take a moment for yourself. This is you needing that rest, relaxation, and recovery. In this cold winter, it's you recharging and nourishing yourself. So I think for some of you in your present energy, you kind of need to take a time out and focus on you. Take a vacation, take a staycation, do what it is that you need to do to kind of recharge your batteries and get your energy back. Then in your near future, we've got this Seven of Swords. This is that kind of energy where something's going on behind your back, because swords are thoughts, words, and ideas. In this deck, it's presented as something's going on behind your back. This card is traditionally gossip going on, but in this deck, it could mean outright theft. Look at these sneaky foxes. It's going on behind your back. So if it's gossip, friends, family, coworkers, neighbors, you know, it could come from any source. And then if it's theft, you're looking at maybe intellectual property theft. Maybe it's something at work where you turn in work and your boss is taking credit for it. That's that kind of, you know, going behind your back kind of energy. This can also be someone literally stealing something out of your car, your home. It's that kind of energy that there's just something going on behind your back. And it's planned, right? It's premeditated, or maybe someone is an opportunist and it's just they happen to be in the right place at the right time in their mind, and they're going to do something. But it's definitely in your near future, so there's something coming into that. But we'll get clarifiers and see what's going on. All right. All right, so Let's get the clarifiers. We've got 8 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, Queen of Cups, the 3 of Wands, Knight of Swords, and the 5 of Pentacles, which is now here twice. This is crazy. It is literally the first card I pulled in this reading for you, Aquarius, and it is the last one in as a clarifier in your energy. That's recent, past, present, near future. This is the first card in your recent past. In your near future, it's the last clarifier, literally first and last in your energy. Same card, different deck. This is the traditional card. Wow. So there's really something going on in your energy where you have this feeling of lack going on, and it's a continuation because Spirit is saying, if you didn't hear me the first time, I want to make sure you hear me again. And because it's in your energy, it's like it's an undercurrent now. And I'll get to that as we move through this. So again, recent past, the 5 of Pentacles being clarified by the 8 of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords. So this is you putting a lot of work, time, effort, and energy into something, paying attention to the details. It's about self-mastery, that discipline that you have. Now, that tells me that maybe you're missing something, that you're lacking something. You're focused on your strengths, but your weakness keeps presenting itself. So, for example, let's say you own your own company, but you're not good at math, you're not good at accounting, right? Or you're not just good at doing the details maybe. And this is you putting all the work into it, but yet something is not adding up because you're lacking that. This is you knowing your strength and your weakness, but you're focused on your strength. You're ignoring your weakness. That's telling me that that means there's going to be this continual drain because you don't know your weakness, where you could then delegate and hire someone to pick up the slack for your weakness. And that would make you very strong. So there's something about that. Your weakness is there, and it's like you're just not seeing it for some reason. This is you literally having your back to it. To me, this is like you don't even want to look at it. You're trying to get away from your weakness right now. So again, the 6 of Swords, it's thoughts, words, and ideas. For me, this is you trying to get away from that weakness. This is you saying, you know what? I don't see that. It's not there. It's not in my energy field. If I don't acknowledge it, then it doesn't exist. And this is, to me, it's like you're ignoring a reality that's there that could be easily tweaked and would help you, because there is light at the end of the tunnel, but you're not seeing it per se right now. You're transitioning. To me, this is like you might even be traveling away from something just because you don't want to acknowledge it. It might be something that's coming up that you just don't want to deal with because you're doing something else. It's that kind of energy. Then we're looking at your present energy, and that is the 4 of Swords, really taking that time to rest, recover, relax, recharge your batteries. And it's being clarified by, I love this for you, the Queen of Cups and the 3 of Wands. This is you being very loving and nurturing to yourself and the people around you. To me, when you have it with this card, it's really about you giving yourself a spa day, really. This is you really showing yourself that loving and nurturing energy and loving yourself. It's knowing that you're worthy and deserving of love, but self-love and self-care. Because you're taking that time out for yourself, you're doing it in a very positive way. You know, maybe you're going and you're doing something lovely, a nice treat for yourself, taking a walk somewhere beautiful, whatever it is that you enjoy to do. If you want to go work out, but you're doing something that's nurturing and healthy. You're not doing an unhealthy behavior. So a spa day, go get a massage, get a facial. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. Treat yourself. Absolutely. Spoil yourself. Because we have the 3 of Wands, you're manifesting something in. Again, you still have that card of lack, but you're manifesting something in. Now, this is part of it. If you're manifesting something and you still have that feeling of lack, that feeling of lack is still coming into your manifestation process. And that might be happening for some of you. Because we do have this 7 of Swords, something going on behind your back. And again, if you're ignoring what you're lacking, You might be ignoring this because you just don't want to see it. You could be in an avoidance. Now, I'm not saying everybody is, but I'm just saying it's all kind of interconnected and tied together, but something could be going on behind your back. If you're in survival mode, you are probably not going to see a lot of the stuff that's going on around you, because it's like you've got bigger fish to fry, in the sense of you're just trying to get by day-to-day stuff. You kind of don't care about that, and that's when something could broadside you. So Seven of Swords being clarified by that same energy, this Five of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. This is you really feeling left out in the cold. There's something that is making you feel ostracized also. So it's just kind of you just feeling like a fifth wheel. You're out there. It's causing you just to really focus on, hey, how can I get home, right? Just think it's like, how can I get out of here? They're in the snow, they're barefoot, they're injured. It's kind of like, oh my God, when can I just get inside and take a nap? When can I get something nice to eat? So it's that kind of energy. Just you're thinking of the basics: food, shelter, water, right? Then we have the Knight of Swords, and this is a forward, fast-thinking energy. It's one of the fastest cards in the tarot. This is you thinking ahead towards the future in your future position. So this is you on a mission for truth and clarity. So what I like about that is I think you are having to now finally confront this. Do you see? They're confronting each other, the way the cards are set up. And that might be where this culmination comes in. Something's going on behind your back, and you're forced to confront the truth of whatever it is that's going on. It's a very interesting energy for you, Aquarius. And that is your current energy. Now I'm going to go ahead and look at the guidance and advice from Spirit. We have 3 cards. We have the Fool, we have the Page of Swords, and we have the 7 of Cups. So the first card out is the Fool. It's the 0. It's the first card in the Major Arcana, and it's gorgeous. It's called the White Heart in this deck. This is you doing something from the purity of your heart, taking that leap of faith. Guidance and advice from Spirit. Just go for something that you really want, something that you desire from your heart. A job, a relationship, taking a trip. This could be doing something with your finances, your health, education, retirement. This could be location, relocation, housing, anything in the 3D. This could be you just taking a leap of faith in the type of movie you want to go see, right? I mean, this is anything in this 3D world that we live in the realm of Earth. Then we have the Page of Swords. This is you really trying to figure something out. You're very curious right now, and you're looking for clues and answers. You know, if you sit down for 5 minutes that you can figure something out. This is your air page. You're an air sign. This is your messenger. You are looking for this type of answer right now. And I just feel like it won't be hard for you to come to terms with it once you acknowledge it. The last card that's here for you in the guidance and advice from Spirit before I get clarifiers is the 7 of Cups. This is telling me that there's a lot of options around you, a lot of things that you desire, because this is Cups. So it's choices from the heart. The universe will present you with good and bad choices. It's up to you to choose what really resonates with you and what you truly want from your heart. Remember, this is the White Heart too. It's a journey. So taking that leap of faith, what choices do you want? Or singular, what choice do you want to make? Choose from the heart and choose wisely. Think about the choice you want to make. Be curious about it. If you don't have enough information, dig down, ask questions, be curious, be that detective and find out a little more information or a lot more information before you make your decision, right? You want to make that smart, educated decision. Okay, let's go ahead and get clarifiers. Oh my God. Oh my God. I love this. The Fool is being clarified by the World. The first card in the Major Arcana, the last card in the Major Arcana. I'll get to that in a minute. I had to share. I had to jump ahead. And then in your challenge, we've got the Judgment card right before the Fool. What did I say? Oh my God, I love it. Let's get the rest of the cards. We have the Justice card, an Ace of Wands, an Ace of Cups. Oh my God. The King of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. Wow. The guidance and advice from Spirit. I'll tell you, Aquarius, we've got this Fool card, right? Taking that leap of faith, just taking that step off from the purity of your heart. Purity of your heart. And it is being clarified by the World card and the Justice card. So here we go. We've got the World card. You're walking through this doorway, this portal, into the next stage of your life, this next chapter. And you're taking all this knowledge and wisdom with you. You're taking your truth. You're standing in your truth and you're taking it with you. It makes you balance. You're in your own integrity. And this is your fellow air sign. This is Libra energy. This is you stepping into this next chapter of your life in full embrace of who you are. Okay? You are very comfortable with yourself. I think that you've grown through something, through your energy here, especially with whatever's going on behind your back in that card of lack. That's a growing period for you. And this is you now embracing where you're at, these life lessons. And that's allowing you to walk through this door. That's when that one door opens and you step forward, and then that chapter closes behind you. This is that transitionary card as you circle back to the Fool. It's a huge energy, but you're standing in your truth. You're standing in your integrity. You know right from wrong. You know what is right and wrong for you. This is also you in a protector mode. So if you have small children that can't speak for themselves, pets, if you have seniors that maybe they're in a care facility or you take care of them yourself and they can't really articulate what they need anymore because maybe they have early stages of dementia, or it's that kind of thing where you're now their voice and protector. It's that kind of energy. And this is, look at that. That's allowing you to be in balance. It's also a full circle in life. When we're looking at small children up to seniors, it's that cycle of life. And that's another thing that I feel is coming through for you. Maybe you're literally witnessing it in real time. All right, so that is part of the guidance and advice from Spirit. Then we have this Page of Swords being clarified by two aces. Young energy, really getting those answers. And look at this, two gifts and blessings from the universe, literally. And aces are gifts and blessings from the universe and their new beginnings. Well, we have a young page also. So there's some newness coming in. This is going to be in Cups and Wands. So let's start with the Wands. Wands is literally out with the old, in with the new. And it's a passionate spark, a new beginning of inspiration and really of enthusiasm. So if there's something that you really want to do, it's kind of like you are closing that door behind you and you're stepping into this new chapter, that leap of faith with a lot of newness coming in. This is your energy, your will, your determination. This is you really having that passion and drive for something. And it's right here. It's a gorgeous energy. Then we have the Ace of Cups. This is going to be of love, your emotions, your intuition, and your connection to source. And that is you being in that flow. When that water is flowing like that, that's an opportunity for you to open up like a magnet and watch everything come in and it's drawn to you. And that's that abundance and prosperity and love. This could be platonic, romantic, pets. If you're in a relationship, it's about you both being present. Maybe you're going in different directions. You have an opportunity to almost like renew your love where you both are present. Maybe you have a date night. Maybe you just do something beautiful together. And maybe it actually is that vacation because it's about you recharging your batteries. When this is you with the cup half full, when you feel like it's emptying, or maybe it's all the way full, you take the cup and you dip it down here and you fill it up. And it stays in that flow. It's a gorgeous energy, and that is something that is definitely coming in for you. And it's around your intellect because it is with that Page of Swords, getting those clues and answers. New beginnings for that, investigating that. Then we have the last card in the guidance and advice from Spirit, the Seven of Cups. That's about you having a lot of choices, but nothing has settled yet. And you always use your discernment when you make those choices. It's being clarified by the King of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. So we've got a couple of these pages right here. But this King of Cups, this is about you getting in touch with your emotions, with choosing from your heart. What is it that you want to do? And using your intuition. He is the most intuitive of all the kings. They all have intuition, but because he's the cup sign, he's the most intuitive. That's telling me that as you have these choices, it's you really getting in touch with what is right for you. And these kings have the outward focus into the realm. So as you're looking outward, what is right for you? I think you're being strategic also, and it's allowing you to see several moves ahead. So maybe there's a couple of good opportunities, but you choose the one where it's going to have the biggest lasting impression and then the movement in your life for positivity. You don't choose something where it's kind of like, well, this is only going to get me a lot of fun for a couple of months and then I have to start over. You're actually thinking ahead. You're planning and preparing for the future, and that's allowing you to choose from the heart to what it is that you really want to do in an expansive way. Because this is an opportunity that's coming in for you to choose very wisely, to choose something very important for yourself from your heart. Gorgeous energy. Spirit's just letting you know something's coming. All right, that is the guidance and advice from Spirit. Now let's look at your opportunity and your challenge. Your opportunity is the Queen of Wands. This is you self-actualizing, stepping into your magic and making something special happen. Doesn't matter if you're a male or a female. This is the energy and the definition of the card. So this is you. Let's say you're a guy and you get this Queen of Wands. This is you stepping into, let's say you're an attorney. This is you stepping into it, being an orator. This is you going to court, and this is you defending your client, or maybe you're prosecuting someone. This is you stepping into your element, into your power, and making everybody take notice of you. You're stepping into your magic, right? It's one of those cards where you become who you're meant to be. You self-actualize. And it's from the enthusiasm and the passion of your heart for what you truly want to be. This is not a half-ass card. This is not where, oh, I kind of want to do that. I'll put some energy. No, this is like, you know what? I really want to do that. I'm all in. That's what this card is. And it's from enthusiasm. It's from a lot of passion. This is your bold, courageous step, your will and determination to really make something special happen for yourself. That's your opportunity. That's phenomenal. Then we have your challenge. Your challenge is the Judgment card. Okay, so Judgment card. It's in the challenge position. Is the challenge impossible? No, the challenge means you have to work a little harder at it to achieve it. And when you do, it's incredibly rewarding. Well, the Judgment card is asking you to have a compassionate review of your past. Who am I right here, right now? What makes me happy? How is my health? How are my finances? How's my relationship to friends and family, pets, housing? Like, you're looking at the big picture. Retirement. How is my relationship to all that? Am I happy with all that? What's my favorite color? It sounds funny, but maybe it's related to a chakra, or it's reflective on what emotionally or intellectually you're going through. When if you went from being like bright yellow to black, are you depressed? Are you going goth? I mean, what is it that is causing that kind of change? So it's kind of getting some insight into where you're at, taking a temperature on it, but you have a compassionate review. You don't beat yourself up over anything, because at the end of the day, you want to take that knowledge and wisdom with you from those previous experiences and life lessons and bring them with you into the next chapter of your life, which is huge right here. However, this is in the challenge position, which means you're having a hard time doing that right now. And if you're in that survival mode with that feeling of lack, because that card of lack is there twice, remember, from the first card to the last card in your energy, then you might not be able to tap into looking at this right now. There could be a blockage, or you're dealing with something else that's taking up your time before you can do something like that. Because remember, if you're in survival mode, food, shelter, water, you don't care about having a compassionate review of your past. That's something you do when you have the ability to do that and take time to do that. If you're in survival mode, that's the last thing you want to do. You're just trying to, get food on the table, pay that rent, do whatever it is you need to do. So let's go ahead and get some clarifiers. We had the Four of Swords, which is now here twice. That's the main card in your present energy. Oh my God, the Queen of Wands is clarifying the Queen of Wands, really self-actualizing for your opportunity. Then we have the King of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles for your challenge. So let's look at the opportunity first. Wow, Queen of Wands being clarified by the Four of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Let me show you. Same card, different deck. This is the traditional card. Literally, these sunflowers are pointing towards the sun, towards your optimism, towards your light, towards what it is that you want to do to step into your magic. And you are in magic right here. And the magic means your energy. Stepping into your power, your energy, right? So, Queen of Wands being clarified by the Queen of Wands and the Four of Swords. Same thing. This is just a doubling down. Spirit saying, listen, if you didn't hear me the first time, I'm going to say it again. I have so many thoughts coming in right now. Self-actualize. This is you stepping into your power, period. Whether you're a male or female, step into your power. Do what it is that you're meant to do. Do what it is that is your passion. Go for it. Why are you holding back? Don't have any fear. She has no fear. This is using your will, your determination, your courage to really make something happen for yourself. That determination is off the chart. With these two cards, they're the same card. That's huge. And it's really using your charm, your charisma, your networking, you're making stuff happen, and it's in your happy place. Then we also have the Four of Swords. This is you really thinking about it and resonating it. This is a blessing that's coming in for you. Remember to take time for yourself. That's a theme here because it's here twice for you. It's in your present energy. So while you're self-actualizing and doing all this stuff, don't forget, take time out for yourself. Have some alone time. Go for a walk. Go to the gym. You know, just sit at home, have a cup of tea and quietness. Whatever it is you need to do, try and figure something out. That's your opportunity. Then we have your challenge, which is the Judgment card. So why is it in the challenge? Well, it's being clarified by two Pentacle cards, the King of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. So for you not being able to actualize it, it's because you need to realize how much work you've done in your life. You need to know your worth and value. You need to be reminded of that sometimes. This is one of those cards where you plan and you prepare for your future, but you've also worked really hard to get to this position. And maybe right now you're having a hard time stepping into this energy. You need to surround yourself with quality people, quality relationships, and that will really help you see what it is that you bring to the table. I think that this is you looking for quality people in your life right now. And when you're at this Judgment card, when you're asking those questions, do you like your friends, your family, and the people in your life? And that could include career, like coworkers. This is one of those moments where you're like, I'm looking for quality people. This could be one of those moments where you're releasing what no longer serves you with this Judgment card when you get those answers. Because if you don't have a lot of quality people, this might be that moment where that shift is. And that might be another reason why you're in survival mode. Maybe you don't have quality people around you and you feel like you're left out in the cold and you're on your own. So this is kind of that energy coming in where you're really looking at that right now. This will help you make that shift, and then it shifts your overall energy in general, but always remember to give yourself that self-love and self-care. And even with if you're with a partner, you can still have that survival mode, right? Maybe it's just it's that internal drive and it just needs to have that energy shift come in. All right, that's your opportunity. That's your challenge. It's there for everybody, but not everybody grabs it, yet it is available. All right, Aquarius, that's what I have for you for today. If you could, please do me a favor and like, share, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And leave a comment if this resonates with you. And I'm not going to be leaving so many messages at the end of each video anymore. I get talked out. So just want to remind you, I've got a daily tarot on the channel. I've got a membership on the channel on YouTube if you want to join. It's an awesome community if you want to be part of it. And also I've got that special going on my website, ancientoakpsychicarts.com. Link is in the description below. And that's my birthday special. My birthday was September 8th, if you don't know. And so I had a special going. It sold out. Everybody was so happy, but they said they wanted additional services. So I extended it until the 14th. Some people not just wanted a tarot reading, but maybe they wanted messages from their loved ones. So there's no limit. You can do it. It's there for you, obviously. This is what I do for a living, in addition to being an entrepreneur, right? That's why I teach manifestation. I have my own company outside this. So this is for you. Go ahead and book what it is that you want, but the sale is going on now. I also have a backup channel called Ancient Oak Psychic Arts daily. Link is in the description below. I'm running a contest. If you just subscribe to it, it's just the backup channel. I'm actually going to run a contest on November 1st. I don't know if you saw the video, where I'm just going to randomly select somebody and you get a free 1-hour reading with me. How fun is that? All right, so that's one thing. And that's it. Sign up for the newsletter on my website, ancientoakpsychicarts.com. And that's also where you book. If you book with the birthday sale, use birthday sale as the link. That's where the discount comes off. All right, everybody, sending you lots of love. Bye for now.